Evening peeps, good evening everyone. I just want to say a quick thanks to everyone that jumped in on the live. I think in the end it got something like 60 or 70,000 people coming in and out. So thank you so much for all the comments, all the questions, all the likes, all the shares, and all the new subscribers as well. We have now gone over 30,000 subscribers. We've gone quite a bit over, so that means a few hundred of you subscribed. So thank you very, very much. We are going to try and do as many lives as we can. Obviously I work for DAZN, so I can't do those shows, but any other show, whether it be in America, so early in the morning, we are going to try and get those ones done. Don't forget, we are doing a Sunday session live tomorrow at 8 o'clock as we look back on this big win for Tyson Fury, who got the job done in round 7 against Dillian Whyte. Beautiful uppercut. And we've seen Dillian Whyte hurt by that shot a few times. Obviously, he got put down with an uppercut against AJ. Let's not forget that. We know the uppercut against Povetkin and now the uppercut against Tyson Fury. So Dillian Whyte's going to have to go back and address that, because that clearly is a problem. You can't keep getting caught by the same shot and getting put down by the same shot time and time again. So yes, he's going to have to go back with his team and address that situation. He will. But look, it's all about Tyson Fury. I mean, Tyson Fury just is a level above, isn't he? He's a level above. I don't know if he's that far in front of Usyk, but he is that far in front of all the other heavyweights on the planet. He really is. He can do everything. Like, it's weird because, you know, when you think of sort of Tyson Fury versus AJ, or Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder, or even Tyson Fury versus Dillian Whyte, a lot of people would say Fury points and those people by knockout. Tyson Fury is now knocking those people out. Like, he's stopping them. So Tyson Fury now can take it to points. If you want to go to points, he'll go points with you. If you want to get in a little bit of a war, he can do that as well. And it's likely that he's stopping you. He can do everything. A very, very special fighter. He's smart as well. I mean, Dillian Whyte was trying to do things, but every time Dillian Whyte tried to do things, Tyson Fury just clinched. He's very smart. I was very unimpressed with Dillian Whyte's work. They had a game plan. You could tell what the game plan was. They came out southpaw immediately. Then they tried to go to the body, but then they immediately reverted to orthodox. So I don't know why they came out southpaw in the first round to confuse Fury. It didn't work. Dillian Whyte had some success to the body, but it just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. I can't remember him throwing a telling right hand either. Like, I can't remember a right hand of any note landing clean on Tyson Fury. Can't remember one. And when he did go for broke with the right hand, it looked clumsy. It looked clumsy and he missed by a mile. He did. So, look, it's difficult for me to diss Dillian Whyte's boxing ability because he's in there with a boxing genius, so it makes him look even worse. But the boxing ability should be better now. He's been with this trainer for a couple of years and I don't think I've seen an improvement in boxing ability. I asked for that and I don't think I've seen it. So, yeah, they're going to have to sort of figure things out. They really are, because, again, Richie Woodall had every single round Tyson Fury. So it was a shutout. He lost by a shutout. And, you know, I thought there will be times when Dillian Whyte just goes to war. Like, you know, if this ain't working, let's just go to war. And maybe he was going to. Maybe it was a case of let's get through the first half of the fight and we start trying to go through the gears in the second half. Obviously, he didn't get a chance to go through the gears because he got knocked out at the start of the second half. So I don't know what the game plan was. Obviously, we didn't hear from Dillian Whyte. He left the arena or left the ring straight after. So we're not quite sure. But look, whatever he did, you could tell from sort of rounds 2, 3 when Tyson Fury started to go through the gears, and no heavyweight on planet Earth has got more gears than Tyson Fury. He can go through them. And when he does that, you just can't compete. You can't compete. You're competing against a guy that's 6'9", 19 stone, but walks around or moves around the ring like he's 16 or 15 stone, can clearly punch, has got a gas tank, is very confident. Like, when he walked to the ring and he sat on his throne, it was almost like a case of, I've just been anointed. And then he ran to the ring. It was a wrap from then. It was a wrap from them. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. He's going to be very, very difficult to beat. Very difficult to beat. I mean, people might throw names at, like, Joe Joyce as an example has been thrown out recently. Joe Joyce's feet are too slow. Fury just boxed him for 12 rounds. And Fury could hurt him. I think we've seen this. Fury can hurt you. Like, there's this thing where it's Fury on points or the other person a knockout. Fury will knock you out as well if he wants. He will knock you out, man. Look, it got a bit dirty in there. There was a few elbows and a couple of cheeky headbutts and stuff. But again, if you want to get dirty with Fury, he'll get dirty as well. There's not much this guy can't do. There isn't. Watching that, there was a part of me that was like, AJ, please beat Usyk. Please. Not because I think AJ can beat Fury, because I've got to be honest, I don't think he can at this moment in time, but just the magnitude of the fight. Fury versus AJ would be not just the biggest fight this country's ever seen, but one of the biggest sporting events this country has ever seen. It would be right up there with England versus anyone in football. It's that big. And that's the only fight that I think excites Fury. I don't think Usyk or Undisputed excites him. I really don't. I don't think he's won every belt. Yes, he might not have won them all at the same time, but he's won every belt. He's won every single belt. And now he's got this other new WBC belt as well. He's just too good. Although he is too good, I'm still very disappointed in Dillian Whyte. I am. I'm just... Wasn't great, was it? Wasn't great at all. I mean, it didn't hurt Fury once. There was nothing. But in saying that, Fury didn't really hurt Dillian Whyte up until the uppercut as well. But you felt like it was coming. You felt like Fury was starting to just kind of just go through the gears a bit. But yeah, man, too good. Just far too good. Far too good. Look, I hope he doesn't retire. I mean, again, if we're talking about, you know what, yeah, you know when people talk about all-time great things, it's going to be difficult for him to get it. Because he had 3 years out of the ring, he's missed a lot of work. And I don't think he's going to be able to catch up to them. But I'll tell you this now, for a fact, Tyson Fury, and I said this isn't a knee-jerk reaction, Tyson Fury will cause any heavyweight in the history of the sport problems. I'm not saying he will beat them, because it's difficult to compare eras, but he will cause them problems. He is a giant. He's a giant that can box. When you think of what the idea of giants were back in the day, when you watch some of the old tapes, the giants were slow and just ponderous and just rubbish. He's a giant that is good. That's a problem for any. And people, there'll be historians, don't let them do this to you, but there'll be historians like, oh, you know, Muhammad Ali was too fast and Foreman too strong. I'm telling you, he causes them problems. I'm not saying he beats them, he causes them problems because he's very, very awkward. He's got boxing IQ as well on another level, So look, very, very special. Credit to Frank Warren. You've got to credit the old man. I mean, a lot of people thought Frank was dead and buried. Let's be honest, a lot of people did. And all of a sudden, he's put on a show when 94,000 people have turned up. It looks like he's going to put on a show between Joe Joyce and Joseph Parker, which will do a nice arena. That will do the O2 Arena. I think it will anyway. I don't know. Joe Joyce or Paul, I don't know. But it will do some good numbers. So credit to him. And he's got the best heavyweight on the planet. He's got the best heavyweight on the planet. All roads now lead to Tyson Fury. I wonder what the pay-per-view numbers will be like. Not quite sure if it will touch 1 million, if it will touch 700,000. I don't necessarily care. The undercard was shit. We know that. The main event wasn't great either, but Fury got the job done. And it's back to the drawing board for Dillian Whyte because that's the kind of performance that, for me, will make you leave your trainer. I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything from this. I didn't see anything. Did you? Did anyone? Again, I saw a southpaw stance come out. I saw a few body shots, but I wanted more. I really thought we might see the dog in Dillian Whyte, but he just couldn't do anything. But that might just be because Tyson Fury is that damn good. Peace and love till tomorrow, people.